I'm going to register myself in the system firstly. So click on the new registration process. Once I have clicked on the new registration, so this type of dashboard has been opened. And before that, student also want to check the notices, institution information like the prospectus of the institutions and the program information, which programs are live now. So all the information they can check it from the headers of the portal. So again, I'm coming back to the registration form. So there is a important instructions. Those are required for the registration purpose. So name and other details entered by the applicant need to be same as in the class 10th board mark sheet. Applicant can log in into the admission portal through their registered email address only, or applicant must use his own active email address. So if any of the students are not using the active email address, they are not going to get the OTPs. But the OTP is also sent over the active mobile numbers. So they can get it from there also. The email address provided by the applicant must be functional and the applicant must have access it throughout the admission process. And this is the Google Chrome browser part. So if any students faces any type of issue regarding the browsing, so they can simply use the latest version of the Google Chrome browser, or also they can use the incognito mode of the Google Chrome or any other browser. So they can easily access the account and also access the Assam admission portal. So I'm going to register myself here. So for example, this is the testing purpose. So I'm mentioning the name as a demo, then date of birth. So this date of birth as per the 10th or 12th mark sheet, and the name is also as per the 10th or 12th mark sheet. Now here I have to mention the active email address. So now I want to create the password. So this password will be used for the login purpose. So students needs to be create this password carefully, and this password should be minimum 8 characters. Then they can mention the mobile number, exact mobile number here. So now I am waiting for the OTP. So OTP is coming on my mobile number and also on the mail. So I'm going to show you how it is coming on the mail also. So this is the email verification code that has been received on my email. So I'm copying this OTP. Then mention the captcha. So once I have registered myself, this is the registration number that I have received after the registration process, and this will be message to the mobile number and also on the email. So student can get the registration number from there, and also they can copy this registration number and save it any of the instance. Okay.
One thing এটা কথা জনাই দিছো যে ইয়াত once this registration new registration is done, after that this process has to be completed. Suppose registration that click কৰিলো, click কৰি registration number to hold বুলি ভাবি পেলাই আছে যদি login on গৈ থাকে, then that will even সেই email ID টো আকৌ register কৰিবলৈও নিদিব আৰু login কৰিবলৈও নিদিব যদি সেই যিটো OTP verification step টো complete নকৰে। সেইকাৰণে নিজৰ ইমেইল আৰু নিজৰ ফোন নম্বৰ লৈ পেলাই কৰিব লাগিব। তাত সেই OTPৰ যিটো প্ৰচেছটো মাত্ৰ দেখালে, সেই টু ফেক্টৰ অথেন্টিকেশ্যন আছে, তাত আপুনি OTPটো ভৰাই পেলাই যেতিয়া ভেৰিফাই কৰি দিব, অনলি দেন that student is registered. এই ৰেজিষ্ট্ৰেশ্যন নম্বৰটো যিটো পাইছে এইটো মোবাইললৈও SMS হিচাপে যাব। সেইটো পোৱাৰ পাছতহে আগৰ steps খিনি কৰিব লাগে. Once you receive the registration number, only then the registration is complete. Then they'll have to log in.
So need to check one more thing whether this is audible or not for me. So can anyone please confirm in the chat box is my screen is visible or my voice is audible to you? Can anyone please confirm in the chat box? Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So I'm going to log in myself on the portal through the email ID.
You can use both the email ID or the registration number.
So once I have logged into the portal, so student can get this type of dashboard. Here they have the registration process, fill form details and select programs. These are the 3 steps, and these 3 steps also shown here. They complete your profile, preview and lock your profile and apply in college. So firstly, I have to complete my profile. I can click on this complete your profile option. So once I am clicking on the complete your profile, the name of the applicant is by defaultly mentioning. So if a student want to update the name of the name of his in the system, so they can update it from here. Once they have save and log this profile, the option is not available to the students to update their personal details. So if I am going to update the name here, so I am adding one demo also here in the name. Then select the mail. So
one thing that needs to be ensured is that ইয়াত যদি মেল চুজ কৰে তেতিয়াহ'লে যেতিয়া কলেজ সিলেকশ্যনত যাব অকল সেইকেইখন কলেজ দেখিব যোনকেইখন কো এডুকেশ্যন কলেজ বা ইউনিভাৰ্চিটি য'ত কো এডুকেশ্যন এভেইলেবল এতিয়া ধৰক যোনকেইখন অনলি গাৰ্লছ কলেজ বা অনলি গাৰ্লছ হেৰি তাত যদি ফিমেল চিলেক্ট কৰে তেতিয়াহে সেইকেইখন কলেজ দেখা পাব চ' মানে কিছুমান ক্ষেত্ৰত এনেকুৱা ওলাইছিলে চাম মেল তেওঁলোকে সোমাই পেলাই এতিয়া ধৰক কেইখন মানে আমাৰ যিকেইখন গাৰ্লছ কলেজ হেণ্ডিং ডিচিপি এইবোৰ দেখা নাই পোৱা বিকজ দ্য এপ্লিকেণ্ট ইজ নট ফিমেল চ' দে উইল নট বি এবল টু এপ্লাই ইট
now the date of birth is by defaultly coming whatever we have provided. So once I have selected here as a gender as a female, so all the reason of this selecting of female is to see all the institutions in the apply college option. So now I am going to select the category. Then if a student have any alternate email, they can mention, otherwise they can left blank because this is a non-mandatory, and same for the mobile number also. And they can mention the blood group. And if they have the domicile certificate of Assam, so they can select yes. So they need to upload this domicile certificate in the upload section. So are you a citizen of India? Yes. Religion, they can select. Then ID proof. So this is the valid ID proof that needs to be catered. So if they don't have any valid ID proof in the PAN card, school ID card, passport, voter ID, they can select it from other valid government identity with photograph.
And like Helena, there was this confusion that Aadhaar card is mandatory. So Aadhaar card is not been asked at all. Mandatory দূৰৰ কথা Aadhaar card খন নাই বিচাৰা কাৰো. Only the other things are asked. আৰু যদি একো নাই then they can put any other government identity proof with photograph and they'll put the ID proof number and
the name of the
identity. And if they have a school ID, they'll just put their school ID proof number. That's it.
Then they can mention the mother's name and the father's name.
Yeah, they'll mention the mother's name.
And these are the non-mandatory details. So if they want to mention other details of the mother's related information, like mother's occupation, mother's qualification, mother office address, they can, otherwise they can left it blank. Father name, they can mention it here. So if this is the column that is not mandatory, so if they want to add the father name here, they can add it, otherwise they can left it blank. And if this father is your guardian, so if they have selected father is a guardian, yes, so there is a no option available. If the guardian is a different from the father, they can select no and mention the related the relation with the guardians and also the guardian name and occupation.
যদি গার্জিয়ানৰ ডিটেইল দিব বিচাৰিছে যদি কয় যে দেউতাই গার্জিয়ান হয় yes দিলে no issues. If father is not the guardian, then they will select no, and then baki details kine guardian কোন হয় কি কথা সেখিনি দিব পারে।
And this is the non-mandatory fields. If they want to give, they can. Otherwise, they can left it blank. Okay. Then they can mention the emergency
This
contact
is a
number.
mandatory field, emergency contact number সেইটো ভৰাবই লাগিব।
So if I am mentioning like that, so system will say emergency contact number must be an integer. So there should be an integer and the valid emergency contact number that needs to be mentioned here. So if I am mentioning the 10 and if I am mentioning the 11, so system will say this is not a valid contact number.
কারণ 10 digits এর নাম্বার থাকে, সো এখানে 11টা নাম্বার ভৰাই দিলে it will show as invalid.
Then mention the combined family income. So I think this is applicable for the fee waiver students. So they can select appropriately whatever the combined family income.
আৰু এটা কথা মানে we have been getting some issues like less than 1 lakh or up to 2 lakh ৰ মাজত, if some student is having 1.5 lakhs 1.6 lakh, they are saying that up to 2 lakh to বুজি পোৱা নাই, that means it is in the range of 1 to 2 lakh. Hello sir.
So up to 2 lakh they can select it from here. Then if they have university registration details, so if a student have enrolled in any of the university and autonomous college before, they can select yes and mention the required details like the previous enrollment number, the name of the university autonomous college, and the program in which they have registered, and select the registration year. So if they don't have the previously enrolled in any university autonomous college, they can select no. Then this is the other category and quota, so they can select it from here. If they have a person with benchmark disability PWD category, so they can select it from here any of the disability, and they need to submit the certificate on the basis of that. And if they don't have, they can select not applicable. So I am going to select here as a locomotor disability. So I am going to show you the certificate needs to be added on the portal and uploaded on the portal, and that needs to be verified at the time of document verification. Mention the disability percentage. So this disability percentage should be less than 40%.
Should not be less.
Yeah, should not be less than 40%. So if I am going to mention here as a 23, so this is a less than 40%, that's why it is showing an error. So if I am going to mention here as a 45, this will be acceptable. And if you have a ex-serviceman, so if a student, any of the student having ex-serviceman, so they can select yes, otherwise they can select no. And are you dependent of freedom fighter? So if they are dependent of freedom fighter, they can select yes, otherwise they can select no. If they have select yes, they need to submit the certificate on the basis of this requirement.
মানে এইটো পোর্টালত যিখিনি ক্ষেত্ৰত আপোনালোকে yes মানে স্টুডেন্ট yes দিব, সেই গোটেই বস্তুখিনি proof হিচাপে ডকুমেন্ট আপলোডত কিমানখিনিৰে কলমছ আহিব to upload the relevant document.
So in the sports quota section, if they have selected yes, they need to mention the name of the sport and then level of the participation. And if they are not participating in any of the sports quota, so they can select no. And if they have selected yes, so they need to submit a NCC certificate.
Hello.
Then mention the address. The state, country, and district. Mention the district. Then mention the pin code. If they have the same permanent address as per the corresponding address, they can select the checkbox. So the address will be by default be added into the system. And if they don't have the permanent address same as the correspondence address, they can mention the address here as well. Once they have filled all the details, they can simply go through with the details and verify. After then click on the save and next. There is a pop-up window. Are you sure you want to save? Then okay. So once they have clicked on the save button, this is the preview option they have to get, and they can verify all the related details they have mentioned in the system. If all the details are in a correct format, they can click on the proceed to next. And if any changes they want, they can click on the update detail option. So once they click on the update details, they can update whatever details they want to update. Okay.
So এই বস্তুটা মানে this is important, আপোনালোকে স্টুডেন্টস খিনি করলে এটো গম পাবো যে ফার্স্ট step ahise for students before they lock their personal details. First step etu ahi ase, are you sure? Etu okay korar pasotu next step ot apunar next etu option paise that ইয়াতো যদি এনেকে দেখা পাই পেলাই যদি কিবা ভুল দেখিছে ষ্টুডেণ্টে তেতিয়াহ'লে তেওঁলোকে আপডেট ডিটেইলছত গৈ পেলাই আকৌ সেইখিনি ৰেক্টিফাই কৰিব পাৰে। কিন্তু এই সেকেন্ড ষ্টেপটোত যদি তেওঁলোকে লাগে যে সব ঠিকে আছে, they have clicked on proceed to next, ইয়াৰ পাছত পাৰ্সোনাল ডিটেইলছটো আপডেট কৰিব পৰা নাযাব। তাৰ পাছত আদাৰ ডিটেইলছৰ কথা আহিব that do you have any illness that requires medical attention, say no. যদি yes থাকে সেইখিনি বস্তু আহিব, do you belong to Moran community, yes no. Do you belong to fringe village of Assam, তো তাত যদি আছে কোনোবা, এটা বহুত ক্ষেত্ৰত ফ্রেঞ্চ ভিলেজ সার্টিফিকেটস ইউজ হয় বহুত ইউনিভার্সিটিত, তাত আপনি ইয়েস দিব পাৰে ইফ রিকোয়ার্ড। Do you belong to urban, metropolitan, semi-urban, যিহতে আছে you can take a thing, so you can say semi-urban. Then are you son and daughter of the present employee of any university or college, যদি yes দিয়ে so ইয়াত তাত আহিব to upload যে ইউনিভার্সিটির কোনোবা হেৰি হয় নেকি। That's it. If you have, do you have a migration certificate? You can click yes, it will come. And do you have any transfer certificate from college? And then if NCC by NSSR, if there are things, you can click on yes. Otherwise, you'll click on no. But one of the click is important. Then language proficiency. So in case of Assamese, let's say Tinuta reading, writing, speaking, Hindi reading, English reading, writing, speaking. Again you'll click on save and next. Here also ইয়াতো আকৌ সেকেন্ড আপনার অপশন টু আহিলে গোটেই বস্তুখিনি আমি যিখিনি দিছিলে, so all of this will show up. Here will, if they have selected something by mistake, then they will click on update details, and if it's all okay, they will proceed to next. So here these are the documents where the student have told that these are কৈছিলে যে employee হেৰি হয়, মানে they have said that you are ward of an employer or income certificate, or because they have put the income less up to 2 lakh. So সেই যিখিনি বস্তু দিছিলে সেইখিনি বস্তুৰ ট্ৰান্সফাৰ সার্টিফিকেট বা বিলংিং টু ফ্রেঞ্চ ভিলেজ যিকিটা বস্তু yes দিছিলে সেইকিটা বস্তুৰ আপলোড বিচাৰিছে। So here ইয়াত ফটোখন ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট হ'ব। সো ফটো এনেকুৱা হ'ব লাগিব যে গোটেই ফটো ফ্ৰেমটোত, সো ইয়াত এইটো অকমান এটা হেৰি এনেবল কৰি থোৱা আছে।
So there is a one more option. If they have selected wrongly this particular option, they can change it from here. They can click on here to change your option, and they can change the option. For example, they want to change the employee. This is the are you son daughter of the employee of university college. If they want to change, they can change it from here. Okay.
যদি কিবা নাই ডকুমেন্ট, যদি কিবা নাই আৰু তাৰ পিছত তেওঁলোকে ভুলতে যদি সিলেক্ট কৰি পেলাই গুচি গ'ল, তেতিয়াও যদি ডকুমেন্ট বিচাৰে, যদি ডকুমেন্টখন নাই তাত গৈ পেলাই ক্লিক কৰি পেলাই ইয়াত ইয়েস বুলি দিছিলে ইয়াত নো কৰি দিলে, নো কৰি পেলাই সেভ কৰিলে, এতিয়া সেই প্ৰসিড ইয়াত নেক্সট কৰিলে, ইয়াত এতিয়া সেই যিটো বস্তু বিচাৰিছিলে যে সার্টিফিকেট সেই বস্তুটো ইয়াৰ পৰা নাইকিয়া হৈ গ'ল। সো দিস ওয়ে গোটেইখিনি বস্তু যিখিনি লাগে সেইখিনি আপলোড কৰিব পাৰিব। ফটো ইজ এগেইন ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট। সাইজটো কম বাট ৰিজলিউশন হ্যাজ টু বি ওকে, আৰু যিটো ফটোৰ ফ্ৰেমটো তাৰ ভিতৰত the face has to be 80%.
So this is the dummy photo that I have prepared for this demo purpose.
মানে সৰু ফটো এখনৰ বাকি ব্যাকগ্ৰাউন্ডটো যদি ডাঙৰকে থাকে, সো এটো AI enabled, এটো so
then
signature
I have uploaded the signature as well here. Then PWD certificate, because I have selected as a PWD category, locomotor disability, so I need to submit a certificate for this particular category. So I need to upload a ID proof document, whatever I have selected there. and I need to select the income certificate. So whatever certificate they can select it from the uploading section. So I have uploaded all the documents. So if any of the student is not uploaded, for example, I have uploaded all the documents and I can preview our profile. But if for example, I have deleted this document and not uploaded, so again I am clicking on the preview your profile. So this preview your profile option will be clicked. And here you have seen, dear applicant, you need to upload the following document before submission. So the system will show you an alert message that you need to upload the relative document. Otherwise, you are not able to save your profile.
So this thing is shown very clearly. Kunkhon upload no korile. Fringe village khon no korile. So that ahi gol. The document for upload supporting document for belonging to fringe village is not uploaded. So yeah, rakho apne upload document to students se click kori bale. They can go back and they can upload this document again. Start to upload. Our file size kini ase. So all of these documents have a PDF but GG kini accepted format JPG but PDF hobo pare, but the file size should be between 10 KB to 500 KB. Tar bhitorate eta file size hobo paribo aru for all the things gotekhini file size etu hobo paribo. Khali etai kotha apne signature document jor pora start hobo, there even PDF is allowed. Documents or PDF hog by JPG hog allowed hai. Photo and signature khetrot only JPG or JPEG form, not PDF. So preview profile goal. গোটে যিখন ফর্ম ফিল আপ কৰিছিলে গোটে ফর্মখনৰ যিখিনি আছিল গোটেখিনি চাই ললে স্টিল তেওঁলোকৰ যদি লাগে যে ঠিক নাই they can go back. এতিয়া ইয়াত এটা
so we have provided each and every sections edit option here as well. So whatever section they want to update, they can click on the edit option and they can directly go back to that particular part of the application.
So a bostutu students need to be very very careful because এইখিনিৰ পাছত once they lock their profile will be locked. So সেইখানে এই profile lock কৰাৰ আগত এটো বাৰে বাৰে apply কৰাৰ সময়তে step by step আছিলে plus এতিয়াও edit কৰাৰ option আছে. So they need to be very clear. তাৰ পাছত এটো দিছে I do hereby declare that এই গোটে declaration to mark কৰিব. After clicking here, this is a new integration. The new integration is this one from Citizen Service Center CSCs. So if the student by default no ahi thakibo, so student can just proceed, click on confirm and lock and proceed. If the student etia kisuman cyber cafe the student etia jetu amar government notification or support they can seek services from the citizen service CSC centers. So CSC centers or choti jodi services jay, they'll click on yes kori bela jodi confirm and lock jabo.
So if there is an alert message or you want to submit your profile, no modification will be allowed after this step.
So ekhini pasar they'll click on yes. So here there will be this thing that will come up, taking CSC service. So this is very clearly mentioned to the student. Karon ami janu je amar entire application process, entire admission process neither government of Assam nor Samarth of charge any fees for the entire admission process. However, karon hetu stage student নিজে voluntarily opt korise to seek the services of CSC. আৰু এই গোটে process to গৈ পেলাই কোনোবা CSC center যদি কৰিছে কে, so তাৰ যেটো approved rates আছে 15 rupees for হেৰি হে গোটে rates খিনি ইয়াত mentioned আছে, click here কৰিলে ওলাব. So that হে rates খিনি matlab yat ase gotekhini apni sai lobo paribo. So however, as you have voluntarily opted to seek the services from CSC for admission process, hence the applicable service charge as per approved rates is levied by CSC for the services taken from CSC. So here this is very clear that ebar ba bole ekhon admission form khonor karone paisa loise, it's not the thing, it is for taking services if the students want to take services of CSC. Kintu ekhon unlike মানে CSE নলৈ পেলাই ষ্টুডেণ্টে যদি নিজৰ মোবাইল ফোনৰ পৰা কৰি থাকো বুলি ভাবে বা ল্যাপটপৰ পৰা কৰিম বুলি ভাবে, they can do it. That is not an issue. So যদি এইটো ভুলতে তেওঁলোকে yes click কৰি দিছিলে, but they think that no, they are not taking services, they will click on close, it will go. যদি agree বুলি কৰে, so here they will be way out. ইয়াত যিটো CSC য'ত কৰিব তাৰ যিজন অফিচাৰ থাকিব, তেওঁলোকে এইটো লগ ইন কৰি পেলাই তাৰ যিটো চাৰ্জেছ আছে সেইটো কাট কৰি পেলাই সাবমিট কৰি দিলে, they will again come back to the main profile, আৰু প্ৰফাইলখন সাবমিট হৈ যাব। আৰু কিবা কথা যদি ষ্টুডেণ্টে ভুলতে সেইটো yes বুলি দিলে, they can just click on no, বা সেই তাৰ পৰা ক্লোজ কৰি দিলে আকৌ no লে আহি যাব। সো no বুলি কৰি পেলাই কনফাৰ্ম এণ্ড লক কৰি দিলে, you'll just proceed. So profile has been profile এবাৰ লক হৈ গ'ল। So now ATR পাছত এই পাৰ্টটো যোনটো বহুতখিনি ষ্টুডেণ্টছে কৰিছিলে বা আজিও সেই গোটেই প্ৰথম পৰ্যায়ৰ পৰা ষ্টুডেণ্টছে কৰিব পাৰিব, from here the program selection will start.
So as of now, this profile is locked. So I'm going to show you. Now students are not able to update the registration and form fill up details because there is a check that this option that you have selected and filled all the required details. Now there is only option that is applicable only for the applying college now. This option will be live once the demonstration has been completed and the times has been decided by the secretary, sir.
So ইয়াত আপোনাৰ ছাৰে জনাই দিব, আৰু ইয়াত এপ্লাই ইন কলেজ, আৰু কলেজ বুলি ক'লে that means even ইউনিভাৰ্চিটি কেম্পাছেছ হওক, অট'নমাছ কলেজেছ হওক বা কলেজ হওক, প্ৰাইভেট গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট কলেজ means this is one common tag for all higher education institutions. আৰু ইয়াত so now this thing cannot be done. So ইয়াত অকল এতিয়া apply in college, you'll start with apply in college. So now here the first step is they'll select the university. So ইয়াত বিভিন্ন universities আছে, বিভিন্ন universities or আপোনাৰ, because these are the parent universities, আমি আপোনাক দুখনমান ফৰ্ম ফিল আপ কৰি দেখাব পাৰিম। So let's say Assam University, Assam University কোনোবা এখন কলেজ লৈছো, let's say AL Chaudhary College, that programs bachelor, ইয়াত এতিয়া স্কিম টাইপ আছে NEP stream, that means major minor programs or scheme of কথা আছে। আৰু যদি সেইটো suppose BCA, BBA, these are discipline specific program that major minor bifurcation নাথাকে, BVOC. So these are discipline specific programs. বাকি আমাৰ যেনেকে BA in something, BSc, the BSc IT, BSc in computers, so that is the NEP stream. But when it comes to BCA, Bachelor in Computer Application, that will be a discipline specific program. So যদি আপনি NEP stream on click করে, so here ইয়াত আপনার Bachelor of Arts select কৰিলে, and then they will have to click on this. Student এইখন এতিয়া AL Chaudhary College, Assam University under যদি হেৰি কৰিবলৈ যায়, এইখন কলেজৰ বুলেটিনত তেওঁলোকে যাব পাৰে। ইয়াত ক্লিক কৰিলে that will redirect to that portal. Students মানে কলেজে আপলোড কৰাটো যাব পাৰিব। Once they do this, তাৰ পাছত it proceed. So ইয়াত now in case of Assam University, A2 a common template again, one major, two minor. Assam University follows discipline specific core. One, first will be discipline specific core, and there will be discipline specific minor 1, discipline specific minor 2. দুটা DSM থাকে, এটা DSC থাকে, same structure. The DSC is one major and the DSMs are two minors. So they'll select on the discipline group, and then
maybe they don't have the major subject in this. Yeah, so that's why. So if you are not having selected this option, this subject will not be visible. So for example, I am going to refresh this once again. So for example, I have not selected this option and I have selected here as a group. So the courses will not be visible in the drop down. So I am going to select this one major, two minor category, then select the discipline group, then the subject will be visible. So student need to select this option for selecting the particular courses. So for example, I am going to select the economics dual stream. The dual stream meaning this economic subject are offered in Bachelor of Arts and as well as in Bachelor of Science. So this is the major subject of the Bachelor of Arts as a economic dual stream. Once we student have selected the Bachelor of Science, and they can select the economics dual stream major as well in the science part also. Now here I have selected discipline group once again. So for example, I have selected economics dual stream in a major part. So this particular economics dual stream will not be shown in the minor groups. So along with the economics, I have selected here as a English first minor, and the second minor I have to select as a history. So I have selected all the three subjects, and this is the combination that I have selected, and I can click on the proceed option. Once I click on the proceed option, this is the part that program selection. So under the program of Bachelor of Arts college, that is AL Chaudhary College, and under the Assam University, and the course that I have selected as a admission scheme 1 major 2 minor, and these are the disciplines that I have selected: economics, English, history. Not submitted. So application with status not submitted would not be considered for admission. Okay, so after that I can click on the next option.
The next, they'll click on next option. Personal details. Already it would enter কৰি থোৱা আছিলে. So the entire personal details will show up. যিটো আগত দেখালে সেইটো আকৌ fill up কৰিব নালাগে, গোটেই personal details গোটেইখিনি আহি গ'ল. So they can check this and they will click on next. Now they have to put the academic details. Academic details এটা class 10 or suppose 2022 pass কৰিছে 10th. So 10 percentage, suppose 80%, 10 division, first division, school, university, subject combination.
So I need to mention the subject combination. For example, the 10th subject combination: Hindi, English, Science, Social Science, and for example, Arts I have taken. So maths also considered under science, but I have selected. So this is for the demo purpose that I have selected. Now I have to select the 12th qualifications. So whether the 12th qualification strategy is passed for all the students. Then 12th passing year 2024, and the university Assam Higher Education Secondary Education Council. The registration number I have to mention. So student can click on the fetch data option. So because right now I have not mentioned the correct name of the applicant, because I mentioned the demo, that's why this fetch data will not be applicable for this particular application. So I have to mention the roll number here as well. So once I have mentioned the roll number as well, then click on the fetch data. So here this will be shown. Please wait for 27 seconds. So this is saying that result could not be fetched, record not found, no record available in any issue database for given document number. So if a student have mentioned the correct registration number and roll number and the name, so this data will be fetched directly from the system. And if they have mentioned any incorrect details, like they have mentioned the incorrect name and they have mentioned the incorrect roll number, the system will say the same error that I have shown you right now. Now there is a class 10th stream, whatever stream they have selected. For example, they have selected arts, and the division, first division, second division, and the name of the institution. So whatever the name, and then again they have to mention the subject combination. So I have selected. Then they need to mention the name of the subject. So this is a mandatory part. If they have not mentioned any subject and they want to click on the save and next, so system will show please mention all the required details here. So for example, I have selected accountancy. So I have selected arts. So advanced Bodo I have selected. Then SMEs, and I can also search it through the type into option. Then select the sociology. So these four subjects are mandatory, and if a student wants to mention any other subject like the fifth and sixth subject, they can mention. Otherwise, they can left it blank. So this is the obtained marks. So for example, I am mentioned here as a 101 mark, and this is the total marks, that is 100 marks. So system will again replace the marks because obtained marks are not
Obtained mark cannot be more
than the total marks. So for example, I mentioned 78, then 79, 87. So I mentioned all the four. Then mention the total marks 100. So I mentioned all the related information. Then I have to click on this particular checkbox, and here you have seen this percentage are auto calculated for all these obtained marks, and this is the total obtained marks, and this is the maximum total marks. So once I have clicking on the checkbox, that because I have verified all the related information, that I have selected the correct name of the courses, and then correct marks that I have obtained, and the correct marks, that is the total marks. Then I can click on the checkbox and click on the save and next option. Once I click on the save and next option, the academic details saved successfully, and this is the preview of the academic details. If I want to update, I can update it from here. Otherwise, I can select next option. So once I have clicked on the next option, these are the other details. So this is the total preview of the application, whatever you have mentioned under the registration and fill details of part. And you can see it from here also, but you are not able to update these details because you have logged the profile in the previous part. You can only preview those details. Then click on the next option. So once I click on the next option, you have seen all the related uploads. So these uploads needs to be uploaded like class 10th and class 12 mark sheet.
And Agor upload the other uploads which were already given that need not be given. Now only Duta was to class 10th mark sheet and 12th mark sheet. Only these two uploads are required.
File sample.
So after this uploads, student they will preview their form. This will be the form that will be generated for them. So this is the entire form that is generated. So auto filled. But at our to Sabo here, because the student has registered, the registration number is mentioned here. Once they submit this form, a form number would be generated. So there will be against one registration number, there can be 6 forms that the student can apply. So there can be 6 forms. That means 6 programs in which the students can apply in the same institution or across institutions. Maximum of 6 forms can be applied against one registration number. And if there is something that is done, if suppose in the registration number they have put a different email ID and they've put a different date of birth and something. And তার পাশে যদি আগবাহি বলে ভাবিছে যে okay, we'll make 2 different registration numbers. So then also later on at the time of grant of admission, there will be provisions where based on their board roll number, because there cannot be 2 board roll number. So that there will be a check at the time of granting of admissions. So it is advised that all the students only register once, and using one registration number, 6 forms they can apply across institutions. So এই গোটেইখিনি কৰি পেলাই তেওঁলোকে গোটেইখিনি চাই ললে declarations গোটেইখিনি আছে. So they will click on submit. Once they click on submit, here also again this is the final time they are giving the declaration. I verify the details by clicking on the checkbox. My name is this, my date of birth is this, my college category is this, my gender is female, my mother's name is this, my father's name is this. So they will click on each and every checkbox. I recheck all the information in the application form and upload fields. I have read all the guidelines and other related information about admissions. I agree all the declarations are mentioned properly. After having done all of this, then again the CSC part is here. So CSC, there are two parts because এতিয়া like এনেকুৱা হৈছে যে lot of students they have already filled their profiles. So profile এবাৰলৈকে শেষ কৰাৰ পাছত যোনে এতিয়া প্ৰফাইলৰ পাছৰ এই program selection টো কৰিছে they can again মানে already a service টো লৈ আছে তেওঁলোকে CSC ক্লিক কৰি পেলাই they will go আৰু যদি তেওঁলোকে সেই বস্তুটো যোৱা নাই then then they will click on no and they will do it. So form submission, ইয়াত আহি পেলাই click কৰিলে হৈ যাব. So since this is the demo portal, কাৰণ হিটো portal লগত payment gateway integrate হৈ থাকিব যিটো original portal টো. So that payment gateway will be integrated. তাৰ লগত আপোনাৰ গোটেই আগৰ মানে processing will be integrated. সেইকাৰণে এইটো demo সেই বস্তুটো configure কৰি থোৱা নাই. So ইয়াত আহি পেলাই once they click इसमें
So once they have clicked on this particular option, so they can get this particular option on the live portal. They can click on the submit button. So this application will be submitted. Here you have seen under the all application, there is a application status is not submitted because we have not enabled the option in the demo portal. So once the student are applying through the live portal, they can directly click and they submit the profile from their end. And once they have submitted the one application, they can again go back to the apply in college option and they can again submit the second application. So all the application that has been submitted coming under the submitted part, and under the submitted and not submitted, they are coming under the all application part. And if there is any closed application, they can see it under the closed part because this is not the not submitted application. That's why it is showing. And if any of the application is rejected from the college's end, so or also if the student have rejected those applications, they have not submitted the application in the required format. So those applications are coming under the rejected part.
And there's one more thing. If the students want to also add the hostel details, that do you want hostel? Yes or no? Hostel facility, yes or no? They can click on this. They can submit. The colleges will get to know that the student wants their hostel details.
And they can also add the bank details and whatever
details are required that they can add. So this will be available in a live portal to submit the application. And after a preference of after the after all the forms are submitted, suppose second form কোনোবা student submit কৰি ললে, once it is submitted, কাৰণ সেই temp বুলি পেলাই যদি start হৈ থাকে, this is a temporary, so that a temp আগত ওলাই থকা মানে the form is still not submitted, ready হৈ আছে. এটা student বহুত খিনি submit নকৰি পেলাই এইটো পৰ্যায়লৈকে ফৰ্মখন ৰাখি পেলাই they can fill up around more than 6 forms. কিন্তু fill up কৰি পেলাই যেতিয়া submit কৰিব, the 6 submissions সবাৰ submit কৰাৰ পাছত ইয়াত form number generate হৈ যাব, and then their profiler পৰা তেওঁলোকে ছটা option যদি exercise কৰিব পাৰে, that will be locked. ছটা হৈ গল। তাৰ পাছত এতিয়া আহিব preference number. Preference number does not mean that প্ৰথম form যোনখন submit কৰিছে, এতিয়া for example এজন student AL Chaudhary এখন first form submit কৰিলে, the first form খনে যে first preference হ'ব, that is not mandatory. ছখন form fill up কৰি ললে, it could be possible that students তেতিয়া সেই 6 নম্বৰ form খনকো first preference দিব পাৰে, second form খন বা second form খনত second মানে third preference দিব পাৰে, third form খনক fifth preference দিব পাৰে. So তাৰ পাছত তেওঁলোকে preference mark কৰিব after the forms are submitted. আৰু সেইখিনি হ'ব আপোনাৰ সেই correction window সময়ত, correction window লৈকে students এবাৰ
they can again click on the apply in college.
मतलब এবাৰ যেতিয়া correction window আহিব, so আৰু এখন form আপোনাৰ fill up কৰি পেলাই হেৰি দেখাইছো. So now
cotton.
Suppose এতিয়া student Cotton University apply কৰিছে, so Cotton University, so ইয়াত apply কৰিলে
discipline specific.
Suppose now they are going for a discipline specific program, bachelor of computer application. So they have clicked here, proceed. since এইটো discipline specific আছিলে তাত সেই আগত যেনেকে major minor খুজিছে সেইটো নিবিচাৰে because discipline specific computer application is a discipline, so this is a discipline specific program. So এতিয়া যদি next কৰিব, personal details will all be preloaded. They'll just click on next. Qualification details of যাব, they'll just click
So
on
they don't need to mention again and again the qualification details.
যোৱা বছৰ এনেকুৱা হৈছিলে for other years last year এনেকুৱা হৈছিলে যে প্ৰতিবাৰ এখন ফৰ্ম ফিল আপ কৰোঁতে এই একাডেমিক ডিটেইলটো বাৰে বাৰে ভৰাব লগা হৈছিলে। now they need not do anything, ইয়াত খালি তেওঁলোকে ক্লিক কৰিব I have verified, ক্লিক কৰি পেলাই they'll select save and next. এইখিনিও ৰেডি আছে, save next, ইয়াতো next, ইয়াতো অলৰেডি ডকুমেন্ট আপলোডেড আছে সেইটো নিবিচাৰে। So previewত গৈ পেলাই এই গোটেই বস্তুখিনি চালে ইয়াত এতিয়া আগৰখনত বেলেগ এটা প্ৰগ্ৰামত এপ্লাই কৰা আহিছিলে, ইয়াত এতিয়া কটন ইউনিভাৰ্চিটি বেচেলৰ অফ কম্পিউটাৰ এপ্লিকেশনছ বুলি আহিছে। ক্লিক অন সাবমিট, ইয়াত খালি এইটো দিব লাগিব, দিস ইজ এগেইন ম্যান্ডেটৰি। এইটো প্ৰতিখন ফৰ্মতে they will have to click on the check boxes, প্ৰতিখন ফৰ্মত তেওঁলোকে, কাৰণ all the forms এটা ষ্টুডেন্টে এজন হয় but this forms will be opened by different institution। যেনেকৈ আগৰ ফৰ্মখন এল চৌধুৰী কলেজত খোল খাব, এইখন ফৰ্ম কটন ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিত খোল খাব। so for every form they have to give the updates। আৰু এতিয়া এনেকুৱা হ'ব পাৰে যে কোনোবা এখন ফৰ্ম ফিল আপ কৰোঁতে CSC সাৰ্ভিস ললে, এইখন ফৰ্ম ফিল আপ কৰোঁতে CSC সাৰ্ভিস নাই লোৱা, যদি নাই লোৱা they'll click on no, যোনখন ফৰ্ম ফিল আপ কৰোঁতে লৈছিলে তাত yes কৰি পেলাই CSC সাৰ্ভিসেস ল'ব আৰু ইয়াত ফৰ্ম সাবমিশন ক্লিক কৰিব। সো ইয়াত এতিয়া আপোনাৰ দুখন ফৰ্ম এনেকৈ আহি গ'ল। সো এতিয়া ধৰক এই দুখন ফৰ্ম আছে, সিমিলাৰলি মাল্টিপল ফৰ্মস ফিল আপ কৰি গৈ থাকিব পাৰে।
Now preferences का बताइए।
এতিয়া ধৰক আপোনাৰ এই দুখন আছে, সো ইয়াত এতিয়া এইখন ফাৰ্স্ট ফৰ্ম ফিল আপ কৰিলে, এইখন এল চৌধুৰীখন ফাৰ্স্ট ফৰ্ম আছিলে, কটন ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিখন সেকেন্ড ফৰ্ম আছিলে। এতিয়া নট নেসেসাৰি that এল চৌধুৰী ফাৰ্স্ট ফিল আপ কৰাৰ কাৰণে দিস উইল বি দ্য ফাৰ্স্ট প্ৰিফাৰেন্স। এই ফিল আপ যেতিয়া হৈ গ'ল, কাৰেকশন উইন্ডো অলমোস্ট ক্লোজ হ'বলৈ হ'ল, তেতিয়া they will select the preferences once all their forms, তেওঁলোকে কোনখন ছখন ফৰ্ম এপ্লাই কৰিব, these are all done, but sub update to after everything is done they feel that okay these are the 6 programs that I want to apply to, it is fixed হৈ যাব। তাৰ পাছত তেওঁলোকে preference mark কৰি দিব against each form that which form is their first preference, সেইটো mark কৰি দি পেলাই once that is closed, এবাৰ যদি academic scrutiny as per timeline start হ'ব by the institution, তেতিয়া যোন দিনৰ পৰা academic scrutiny start হ'ব সেই দিনাৰ পৰা they will not be able to mark any preferences because based on the preference scrutiny start কৰিব institution খিনিয়ে, scrutiny start কৰিব, merit list prepare কৰিব, that তেওঁলোকে preference use কৰে, merit use কৰে, that is up to the institution। so তেওঁলোকে চাই চিতি পেলাই once they start institution start কৰাৰ আগতে তেওঁলোকে change কৰিব পাৰে, once institution scrutiny start কৰি দিলে this will be freezed from student end আৰু একো কৰিব নোৱাৰে। তেনেকে তেওঁলোকে 6খন ফৰ্মলৈকে বেলেগ বেলেগ হেৰিত এপ্লাই কৰিব পাৰে। এতিয়া যদি এনেকে যায় আপুনি বিভিন্ন আপোনাৰ এতিয়া গুৱাহাটী ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিৰ
So for example, they want to select any of the colleges, like this is the college they have to select, then select the program level, then select the scheme. So for example, they have selected the NEP discipline specific. So this college has offered 2 discipline specific program, Bachelor of Computer Application and Bachelor of Vocation Herbal Technology. And if they have to select NEP stream, so this college offered Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Science. So they have selected as a Bachelor of Commerce. So for example, this student was coming from the arts background. So if they have selected Bachelor of Commerce, so on the basis of the preferences, this Bachelor of Commerce is no use program for this particular student. So none of the college are going to give the so they can select. So for example, I am going to select here as a Bachelor of Arts, then click on the checkbox, then click on the proceed. Once I have clicked on the proceed option, there is a Guwahati University that offers two admission scheme. That is, first one is a one major and two minor. Second one is a three minor. So for example, I have to select here as a three minor and select the group that is a arts MIL, arts other language. So whatever group that I have selected. Under this group, these are the subjects that has been offered by the Guwahati University in the respective colleges. So once I have selected SMEs, again I have to select, if I have selected the arts MIL group, so this SMEs will not be shown. And if I have selected any other languages, so I have to select any other language like Arabic or English. And under the social sciences, I have to select the social sciences courses. For example, I have selected here as a history. So this is the combination that I have selected. These are the three minors, and click on the proceed option.
Suppose under Guwahati University, so in Viborua College, let's say they're applying for a bachelor's scheme type, they're going for NAP stream, and now the students have selected sciences. Suppose one major, two minor. Select group, they're going for botany. Now in botany, university has given a restriction for they are now this will come up because Guwahati University had a restriction resources that chemistry is important. Chemistry lagibo. Either you have to include chemistry in following subject for these preferences. So yeah, Zodi instead of this, proceed, then the thing will proceed. So botany subject requirement was chemistry. So till the student has not selected chemistry, the form will not go ahead. So they have to select a particular thing. So Baki Teneke, they can proceed. See, ইয়াত এতিয়া এই বস্তুটো আহিলে যে তেওঁ যদি এপ্লাই কৰি দিলে now biology and chemistry at 12th level আছিলে so for this group so now ইয়াত এতিয়া কোনোবা ষ্টুডেণ্টে এতিয়া এওঁটো নাই in this case is an art student আৰু তাত eligibility criteria এইটো দিছে so ইয়াতো যদি ষ্টুডেণ্টে তেনেকে মাৰ্ক কৰি পেলাই গৈছে now এইটো কাৰণে academic scrutiny টো so এইবোৰ university rules once the university has configured a botany কাৰণে chemistry and biology is important at 12th level and but they have not without the subjects the students is proceeded so এইখন form submit to কৰিব পাৰিব because as per NEP policy they can go for any subject but এইখন obviously college হেৰি কৰা সময়ত যেতিয়া document scrutiny কৰিব academic scrutiny this form will be rejected based on the university's policy so this is the process so এনেকে they will again click on all this however এইটো হ'ব পাৰে যে arts students কিহৰ কাৰণে apply কৰিব পাৰিছে because again this is a common thing then this is a
now the option has been coming, we have corrected this one, so this is the submitted application as you have seen.
okay these are the other applications which are there so yeah this is the submitted application kono তেওঁ scrutiny আগত they can discard this application.
Yeah.
আৰু এই বাকি এতিয়া যে আমি যিখন কৰিছিলো
Now they can submit this
A চৌধুৰীৰ application খন, so this is a temporary, this is the heading, this is a permanent number, so this is
next. Okay, so for this particular program, the face has not been configured in the demo portal. So that's why the option has not been shown here. So again, I am going back. So now I am going to show you in the university how an applicant apply for the integrated courses. So this is the batch, only the bachelor courses. Now, for example, the Assam Women University is offering the integrated courses, like program level is the integrated programs, and the scheme type is an NEP stream, and they have selected the program. So they have only offered an integrated degree, that is only BA and BSc and MA and MNC. So click on the checkbox, click on the proceed button. So once I have selected on this particular option, the scheme they have offered one major, one minor. Now I have to select under the group as a discipline group, and they have offered all the subjects. So they can select any of the subject from here and select the group, whatever group. And then, for example, SMEs. So there is a combination they have provided. So if a student have selected SMEs, they can select any of the course from the particular second group. So SMEs is not coming under this drop down, but the rest of the courses, the rest of the disciplines will be shown in the drop down. So they can select any of the course from this particular drop down. So for example, along with the SMEs, they can select here as education. Now they can click on the proceed button and do the same procedure. So as you have seen, this the particular setting has not been configured for this program also. Okay,
so here it will show as integrated degree in colleges Assam Women's University. So এনেকে এখন এখনকে ফর্ম আপনার লাইভ পোর্টালত এনেকে ওলাই থাকিব. So this is by and large the.
So this is the process how students can apply all those applications. So they can apply maximum 6 application in the different combinations, or also they want to apply the all 6 application in the same university and in the same college. If the college has offered the 6 programs, so they can apply in the same college as well, but in the different programs, not in the same program. So once they have selected any program, this program is not visible in the second application in the same college. So I'm also going to show you this part. So for example, under the all applications, this particular student have selected under the Guwahati University as a Anandaram Dekai. Yeah. So this form has been submitted under the Guwahati University B. Borua College. They have selected the Bachelor of Science, Faculty of Science as a selected botany, chemistry and zoology. So I'm going to again apply in college in a new tab. Here I have selected the Guwahati University, B. Borua College. Program level as undergraduate. Scheme as an NEP stream. Program is a Bachelor of Science. I have selected proceed. And I have selected one major, two minor. So under the biological
botany. Yeah, chemistry is the physical science. Physical science. Biological.
So here, this is the alert. You have already applied for the selected program with the same subject. So system will not allow the student to apply in two application in the same combination.
In the same combination, in the same institution.
Yeah.
মানে এই সেম কম্বিনেশন টু বটানি কেমিষ্ট্ৰি জুলজি ষ্টুডেণ্টে যদি পঢ়িম বুলি ভাবে বি বৰুৱা কলেজত যিহেতু অলৰেডি এপ্লাই কৰিলে হাইপথেটিকেলি তেওঁলোকে আকৌ বি বৰুৱাত এপ্লাই কৰিব নোৱাৰে that doesn't make sense but if they wish to apply to Hendik then they can apply to Hendik Girls College. If they are applying to Pragjyotis College, they can apply to Pragjyotis College. But they will not be able to apply to the same institution in the same subject combination.
So this is the process how students can register themselves on the portal and how they can fill the application forms. So